It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Justin Herbert and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Jameis Winston and the New Orleans Saints.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Callaway, the return man. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, you got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 8 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. First and goal from the 6. They run with Harris. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Callaway, the return man. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Cameron Hayward able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To try again after the sack. Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Here's Winston. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. To throw, Winston. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second and 10, Herbert. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Now a nice throw here, right side. He holds it in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll run on first down. Harris. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. It's Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll try and run with Harris, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
After the sack on first down, Winston to the right side and complete to Thomas. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On third down, Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run with Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, this is Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Harris. And a solid run down inside the 30. Options on second and short. A give to Harris. So close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Winston. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing, Winston. Open man is the tight end, Tw0MinsLate422's. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Herbert operating from the red zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. First down, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
They go play action. Winston. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this one is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Herbert on 3rd down now. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So we'll reach halftime here in the Steel City. Due to time constraints, we will be forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. Getting set to go again as we look at the back.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
He felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be... tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Herbert. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, it's Harris. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is Harris. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team. Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Touchdown! That's caught. Pat Freiermuth with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Thomas the intended target, and it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
From the gun, Winston. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara pushing through the contact. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. Room to run inside the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Throw left side complete to Tw0MinsLate422's. 7 yards the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston on the check down. He finds Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the play fake, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Boy, 192 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll run on first down. Harris. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2nd and 12.
It's just me and you. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry.
Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. They'll run with Harris. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Callaway, the return man. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Adam Tw0MinsLate422's the intended receiver.
But it'll be second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
It's complete. Kamara.
He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun. Winston. And this one complete to Smith.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Open man, that's Renfro.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To the air again with Winston. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, pump a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their